you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious videos that might just creep you out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more scary content, just like this. Dashboard cameras are typically used for capturing evidence in the event of an accident. Not many people buy them in hopes of recording mysterious videos. However, dash cams have become a big source of bizarre footage lately, such as this clip that's left many extraterrestrial enthusiasts scratching their heads. In this dark and blurry video, it's difficult to make out anything clearly. The car moves along late at night and the only thing the camera records are the lights of other cars passing by or the occasional gleam from a nearby street lamp. However, a few seconds into the footage, the car passes something that doesn't fit in with the other mundane objects that have scrolled by the window. The shape is white or pale grey in colour. While it's difficult to name its shape exactly, it matches perfectly with the silhouette that many associate with aliens. A humanoid body, an oversized head, and long probing fingers. The figure has no facial features to speak of, but it's difficult to look at the shape and not immediately think about extraterrestrials. Because of the fuzzy nature of the footage, it is possible the shape is merely a blur of light that took on a strange shape as the car sped by. However, it looks distinctly different from everything else the car has passed, making it entirely possible the camera did capture something not of this world. According to this clip from the Weather Channel, a meteorite fell to Earth and put on a brilliant show of dazzling light somewhere near Alberta, Canada. However, some viewers of the mysterious video are less than certain the bizarre light can be so easily explained. The video was recorded on the dash cam of a Royal Canadian Mounted Police officer as he drove down the highway at around 9:30 p.m. In the clouds to the right of screen, we can clearly see a ball of extremely bright light falling through the clouds and towards the Earth. According to news coverage, the meteorite took on this blinding appearance because the thick layer of clouds in the sky served as a reflective screen, the light bouncing off their surfaces and lighting up the sky. No damage was reported in the area where the meteorite fell, which seems strange for something that illuminated the sky so brightly. Some theorize the meteorite was actually some sort of alien craft, and that no damage was reported because its landing was covered up. Without additional footage or evidence, it's hard to say if this display of light and fire was a perfectly normal celestial body, or something more mysterious. YouTube channel Amazing Mystery Videos is known for sharing mysterious videos of creepy cryptids. The channel aims to examine whether these elusive creatures are real or merely fiction. The video begins with shots of the ground in someone's garden.
You're not.
The person holding the camera appears to be looking for something in the foliage. If you listen closely, you can hear a strange sound, almost like a high-pitched voice speaking unintelligibly.
You're not.
The camera pans up and the source becomes clear, a tiny gnome-like creature peeking out from behind a wall. The light reflects brightly from the creature's pale skin and white clothes, making it impossible to glean any features. As the camera moves closer to the creature, we can barely catch a glimpse of it, hurrying away and disappearing into the leaves. Gnome-like creatures have been part of mythology for centuries. For example, the duende was believed by people of Portugal, Latin America and the Philippines to be a small humanoid creature that often wore large hats. The duende was thought to be a mischievous creature that caused trouble around the house or whistled a tune to lure children into the forest where they could get lost. Could this diminutive figure be some sort of mischievous gnome or fairy? Could it be a duende? The footage is unclear, but the small creature has left many viewers feeling uneasy. According to a video from the Daily Mail, a trip to the beach isn't always a carefree day with family and friends. A sunny beach is the setting for some mysterious videos that have even the most ardent UFO enthusiasts feeling concerned. The date was August 12 and countless groups of locals and vacationers were gathered at a beach in northeastern China to soak in the sun and take some dips in the ocean. Although the day was sunny, there were some white fluffy clouds along the horizon. It was these clouds that eventually left the beachgoers feeling uneasy, when a dark black ring suddenly appeared on the surface of the clouds. The ring is almost a perfect oval and much darker than anything else in the sky, making it hard to believe that it could have occurred naturally. The ring eventually moved closer to the beachgoers and took on more of a rectangular shape. According to some, the black ring was the result of visual effects from a performance at a nearby playground. The performers are said to have let off some pyrotechnics at the beginning of the show, which could have floated to the sky and become visible miles away. However, many are skeptical that the ring could have remained so dark after floating so far into the sky. To make matters even more mysterious, this isn't the only time a ring of smoke appeared in the sky. In a video from YouTuber Something New Nixie, a very similar shape hovers in the sky just above the camera. The ring is closer, so we can see that it's more obviously made of smoke. However, witnesses were just as puzzled as to what could have caused it. Some witnesses thought the smoke could have been caused by fumes from a visiting alien craft, but without further evidence, these strange sightings will have to remain a mystery. Do some humans have abilities that go beyond the natural? Over the years, countless mysterious videos have surfaced suggesting that it is indeed possible for ordinary humans to do extraordinary things. This footage seems to suggest that some humans may have the power to move objects with their minds. This black and white slow motion video seems to have been recorded on a security camera. We see two women sitting at a table as another person stands nearby. There are books and other items on the table, including a cell phone. As the camera rolls, the girl closest to the camera begins making strange movements with her hand, waggling her fingers in the direction of the phone. After a moment, the phone begins to slide across the table, much to the other girl's surprise. She immediately leans away from the table, her eyes locked on the moving phone. The person standing in the background quickly comes forward and picks up the phone, inspecting it for any possible explanation. They put the phone in their pocket just before the footage ends. Psychokinesis or telekinesis is the ability to interact with the physical world using only the mind. There have been reported instances of telekinesis for centuries, but no one's ever conclusively proven that such abilities exist. Most scientists believe that such abilities are a fraud. It's hard to dispute the abilities that the girl in this video seems to possess. The reactions of the others in the room seem genuine, plus the fact that one of them picks up the phone and puts it in his pocket seems to rule out the possibility that the phone was attached to a string. However, some viewers still think that magnets are a possibility. Yet, no one seems to know who this young girl is, but she may possess powers beyond our imagining. Before we take a look at some shocking footage of a possible sea monster in a lagoon, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, remember to feed that thumbs up button some treats and tell it it's a good old boy. TikToker It's Remy Boy was enjoying a pleasant afternoon at a beautiful lagoon when something strange appeared in the water. Could this lagoon be the home of the next infamous sea monster? Sea monsters have been part of folklore for centuries, with mysterious videos of creepy cryptids regularly popping up to add to their legends. The most famous of these is the Loch Ness Monster of Scotland, affectionately called Nessie. The earliest stories about Nessie originate in the 1870s, when a man named D. Mackenzie claimed to have seen something wriggling and churning in the loch. Over the years, dozens of other sea monsters have been spotted, such as Lake Champlain's Champ or the Flathead Lake Monster. This video begins with a shot of a beautiful lagoon with sparkling blue water. The person holding the camera is perched high atop one of the rocky crags that surround the lagoon. However, the video clearly wasn't taken as a mere souvenir. As the shot moves in closer to the water, it becomes apparent that the head of some sort of massive lizard is visible just below the surface. A bit of what appears to be a very long neck is also visible. The creature has a pointed face and small nostrils, closely resembling a prehistoric dinosaur. Some viewers think, however, that it's nothing more than a reflection or submerged rock that so happens to look like an enormous lizard. The ripples make it look like its mouth is moving. So what do you think it is? Is this some kind of creature yet to be classified by modern science, or is it just a case of pareidolia? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments section below. If you want to see some more freaky videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, this paranormal playlist here will spook you out well into the evening. Now remember to follow us on all our other socials as well. We're on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. There's links in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.